Welcome to Value Your Marriage. We're so thankful you're taking time to be with us. If this is your first time, my name is Dawn and this is my husband Dario. We've been married for 21 years.
Yeah.
We are both believers. We are marriage coaches and we're educators.
That's right. I teach mathematics and she teaches English. So we get a little bit of both worlds. And as educators, we see a lot of different things in the classroom.
Yeah.
So we've been both teaching a very long time. And one of the things that we see, and it's a pet peeve for both of us, is that a lot of students believe that when the bell rings, that they can just leave, that learning is over, that class is over when the bell rings.
And it's not.
It's not, but we know that the teacher is the one that dismisses the class because many times that there's some more information that he or she wants to give to the class. But one of the things that we notice that we have some students that actually start packing up well before the bell rings or well before we stop talking.
Right.
And that is but that's a problem. Why? Because when they start packing up, that means they've already checked out.
Right.
They're already gone. They're not listening anymore. They're already in the next class or at lunch. They're already gone. And that's a problem because as a teacher, we know that the information that we have to give them, even if it's a minute before they got to go, is very important and they're going to need it for that test.
Yes.
And when they take that test, it's going to reveal something to them. I've heard this saying that says tests come to make you stronger. Not really. Tests come to reveal what you really know.
That's good.
And how long you've been
so
paying attention in that class.
Yes.
So what we want to do is take that analogy and turn it to our marriage, because we've learned as educators that there's a correlation between that classroom and our marriage.
Yes. So today's session is Marriage Class 101. So today, as we're turning the corner now and we're relating the classroom to a marriage, what we've noticed when we have counseled couples is that many of them believe that after they have said I do at the altar, they're done. Yeah. They truly believe that the two words I do means I'm done. I'm done learning. I'm ready as I'm exiting the church to grab my diploma, stating that I have graduated from marriage. And in reality, they haven't learned anything. They haven't gone through anything.
That's right. They treat the marriage ceremony as the graduation ceremony.
Right.
They think that they're one and the same, that they've done everything they need to do and there'll be no more tests. They think that once they get married, they've graduated and all the tests are over. Yeah. But we know that that's when it really begins.
Right, right. And we want to give you a few strategies today that's going to help you in your marriage. If you are in this Marriage 101 class, and many of us are there and probably will be there for a while, but we want to give you some things that's going to help you to get through it.
That's right. Okay? So one of the first things we want to show you, this is just three strategies that will help you pass Marriage Class 101.
Yes.
The flying colors. We want everybody to get an A.
Yes.
The first thing is to educate yourself throughout your marriage.
Yes.
It doesn't end when you say I do. It really begins. You begin a journey, a long, journey throughout this entire process.
Yes.
of a journey of growth, of personal growth and cooperative growth.
Yes.
Not just myself, but both of us will be learning at the same time. So what do we have to do to help us with that growth?
Well, read. Yes. I am an English teacher and I promote reading, of course, because it's important. You're going to learn from other couples and about other couples and some of the struggles and pitfalls that they have had. You could possibly avoid many pitfalls.
That's right.
If you just read about some of them and avoid them. Go around, find out how did they get there and how did they get away from that. Right. So reading and attending some conferences and workshops, marriage workshops, or even being a part of your marriage ministry.
That's right.
At the church.
How many marriage workshops we've been to?
We have attended now about 10 or 11, actually. We've only been married 21 years.
Right.
But we've attended that many, not even knowing how we were going to benefit from it. At first we were just signing up because the churches were having them. But we really didn't know that God was actually planting seeds.
That's right. Remember, everything that God does, he does for a reason and with a purpose.
Right.
So it wasn't just for us, everything that we learned over the years, it was actually for us to share with others.
Right.
Not knowing at the time that we would be doing what we're doing now.
Yeah.
But God always knew what he was doing long before we knew it.
Amen.
So
Amen.
the first thing is to educate yourself. So don't stop reading. Don't stop going to workshops. Don't stop getting mentors to help you, people that have already gone down that road, and marriage enrichment classes. Do all of that, and it'll really help you.
Amen.
The second thing that we should do is our homework.
Yes.
That's extremely important. isn't it?
Very important. You know, as regular, earthly educators, we understand the importance of it. Not many people want to do it because they just feel like, oh, you just told me this and I've already practiced a couple of the math problems, or I already wrote an essay or whatever in class. Why do I need to do it again? Why? Because the more that you're practicing what you have been taught, the better you'll get at it.
That's right.
When I'm teaching how to write an essay, it's so easy to write one in my voice because I've developed a voice over the years. It's difficult for a child to figure out, or a student to figure out, where their voice is. But the only place you're going to find it is in your own writing. So the more you're reading and the more you're writing and the more you're applying what you're learning into your writing, the better your voice becomes.
Same thing in math. I tell my students all the time, just by watching me alone won't help you get an A.
Right.
You have actually got to sit down and work through those algebra problems on your own.
Yes.
That's why we call it homework. I tell them, if homework wasn't necessary, if you could just watch me, then there would be no need to do it at home. But obviously there's a purpose behind it because you got to practice it.
Right.
So there's one more thing we got to let you know. One more thing. So we already know you got to educate yourself and you got to do your homework.
Yes.
But there's one more thing that's going to be really critical to make sure that you pass this class, and that is to get a tutor.
Yes. And when you recognize that I've been taught this, I've done some reading, I've attended some workshops, and some areas are still gray. They're still fuzzy. I'm still not getting it. I don't understand. It's now time for a tutor.
That's right.
This is someone now that has had experience in marriage. You want to sit with them and get the help that you need. A natural tutor, for instance, especially like in math, if I'm not good in Algebra 2, when I go to this tutor, I'm expecting them to give me more ways or show me more strategies to help break it down even further for me so that I can understand it better. Not only that, they're not going to be wrapping it in opinion. They're going to be giving me hard evidence and hard facts
Right.
and truth about math. Why? Because I can only have one right answer.
That's right.
Right? There are steps to get to that answer, but I only have one right answer.
That's right. And the main thing also is that person, whoever you choose to be your tutor, is not just a person that's just going to, show you how it goes and that's it, but they need to hold you accountable.
Yes.
You need to have someone that you can trust that's going to hold you accountable and say, listen, you was having a problem in your marriage. How did that work out? Did you go through the list of the things I told you to do?
Yeah.
If not, why not? Because
Right.
if you don't do this, you're going to have a breakdown in your marriage. You're going to have a breakdown in communication. You're going to have a breakdown in your intimacy. You're going to have a breakdown in different areas. So they want to make sure that, they hold you accountable. And that's going to be extremely important. And another thing, while they're holding you accountable, is that, like Dawn said, they're not going to wrap it in opinion, but they're going to wrap it in the Word of God.
Yes.
That's going to be the truth
So good.
behind it.
Yes, that's so good.
So we
So
hope
good.
that these three areas, these three strategies, really help you. It helped us,
Yes.
and we know it will help you. So what are those three things again? Educate yourself,
Yes. Do your homework.
and
Get a tutor.
God bless you, and
Yes.
remember to value your marriage.
Class dismissed.